Buffalo Bills fans, what I am about to tell you is either going to make you absolutely sick to your stomach, or it is going to make you jump right out of your seat. The front office is secretly plotting a massive roster overhaul, and one of these moves is a straight-up betrayal to some fans, while others are calling it an absolute masterclass in team building. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. Are we actively trying to sabotage the prime years of Josh Allen? Or is this management team finally cooking up the ultimate blueprint to bring a Lombardi trophy to Western New York? Let us break down every single shocking move that is leaking out of the facility right now. Let us kick things off with the defense. We need to talk about the pass rush, because the rumors swirling around right now are completely insane. You all remember the Joey Bosa experiment, right? We brought him in, hoping he would be the final piece of the puzzle. What did we get? 5 lousy sacks in 15 games during the 2025 season. He clearly did not do enough to earn a long-term spot on this squad, and the team is ready to let him walk. But who they are targeting to replace that production is the real shocker. Sources are pointing to a wild reunion with 2-time Super Bowl champion Von Miller. I know what you were thinking. You were thinking this is a disaster waiting to happen. Miller is knocking on the door of 37 years old. We all remember his first run in Buffalo. He signed that massive, multi-million-dollar deal back in 2022, and his knee completely gave out on him. He only gave us 14 sacks in 36 games over 3 years. It was incredibly frustrating and fell way short of what we paid for. So why on earth would we bring him back? Listen to the numbers. Last season, playing for the Washington Commanders, Von Miller looked like a man reborn. He put up 9 sacks. And get this, he did that while only playing 37% of the defensive snaps. That level of efficiency is entirely elite. To put that into perspective, look at Bradley Chubb. We just signed Chubb, and he finished the season with 8.5 sacks. Von Miller literally outperformed our shiny new toy in terms of pure production, all while playing way fewer snaps. This brings up a fascinating scenario. Buffalo does not need Von Miller to play every single down. They want him for a highly specialized, situational pass rush role. They want that pure playoff DNA. Miller dominated with the Denver Broncos to win a Super Bowl MVP, and he pushed the Los Angeles Rams over the finish line to win another ring. We have lacked that killer instinct in the postseason. Plus, the price tag is a bargain. Miller's current market value sits at around $5.8 million a year. For a front office looking to save salary cap space, this is a low-risk bet with a massive potential upside. But hold your breath, because if you think bringing back a 37-year-old pass rusher is a wild gamble, wait until you hear the heartbreaking trade rumors brewing on the offensive side of the ball. The defense might be looking to a veteran from the past, but the offense is making some ice-cold, ruthless decisions about the future. And that means saying goodbye to players we thought were going to be cornerstones of this franchise. There is a massive trade simulation gaining serious traction right now. The word is that Buffalo is preparing to pack up Keon Coleman and ship him off to the Cleveland Browns. In return, the Bills would get 2 fourth-round draft picks, one in 2026 and another in 2027. When you first hear that, it sounds like an absolute betrayal of a young talent. But when you look at the reality of our offense right now, the logic is undeniable. Who is to blame for this loss of faith in Keon Coleman? Drop a name below. Was it the coaching staff, or did the player just not step up when it mattered? Let us be brutally honest about Coleman's 2025 season. He was targeted 59 times and only produced 404 receiving yards. For a guy with his raw athletic profile, that is nowhere near the impact we expected. It is not a complete disaster, but it is deeply disappointing. On top of the underwhelming stats, there are whispers of internal frustration boiling over behind closed doors. Meanwhile, the front office made the ultimate aggressive move by trading for DJ Moore. We finally did it. We went out and got a legitimate, certified number 1 wide receiver for Josh Allen. When you pair an elite talent like DJ Moore with the steady, reliable hands of Dalton Kincaid at tight end, and the massive growth we have seen from Khalil Shakir, our offense suddenly looks incredibly structured and dangerous. There is simply no room left for Keon Coleman to figure things out at his own pace. Now look at this from the Cleveland Browns' perspective. Their passing attack was easily one of the worst in the entire league last year. They are absolutely desperate for playmakers. If they bring in Keon Coleman, he instantly becomes a vertical threat for them. Teaming him up with Jerry Jeudy gives Cleveland that explosive element they have been begging for. If you play fantasy football, take notes right now. In Cleveland, Coleman would get a massive target volume. His value would skyrocket because he would go from being an afterthought in Buffalo to a primary focal point for the Browns. For Buffalo, turning Coleman into draft picks is all about building long-term balance. We have our core pass catchers locked in. Now we need draft capital to build depth and keep this roster cheap and competitive. But parting ways with a young receiver is just the tip of the iceberg. Wait until you see the absolute bloodbath happening to our veteran defense. This franchise is not just making a few tweaks. They are tearing down the old foundation and building something entirely new. We are witnessing a massive youth movement, and the defense is the first place you can see it happening. For years, we have relied on our veteran leaders to hold the line. Those days are officially over. The front office is turning the page, and the signing of C.J. Gardner-Johnson is the perfect example. He brings an aggressive, explosive energy that we have desperately needed. He has swagger, he plays mean, and he is exactly the kind of tone setter this new defense requires. But the youth movement goes so much deeper than the secondary. Up front on the defensive line, guys like Deone Walker and T.J. Sanders are being groomed to take over the trenches. They represent the next generation of Buffalo football. And then there is the linebacker room. This one is going to sting for a lot of loyal fans. The team is preparing to dramatically reduce playing time for veteran Matt Milano. Instead, they are handing the keys over to Dorian Williams. Phasing out a fan favorite like Milano is a brutal business decision, but the team believes they need to trade aging experience for youthful speed and evolution. This defense is getting completely gutted and rebuilt with youth. But hold on tight, because the weapons Josh Allen might be getting next will make your jaw drop. We already talked about the absolute masterclass of bringing in DJ Moore. Fixing the wide receiver one spot was the biggest priority of the offseason, and management nailed it. But the terrifying thing for the rest of the NFL is that Buffalo is not done shopping. Sources indicate the Bills are still actively looking for more pass-catching reinforcements. We might use the draft to find another weapon, but the really spicy rumors involve some massive veteran names. There is serious chatter about bringing in either Keenan Allen or Deebo Samuel to line up across from DJ Moore. Can you even imagine that? Josh Allen throwing deep bombs to DJ Moore, underneath routes to Dalton Kincaid, and having a bulldozer like Deebo Samuel destroying defensive backs in the open field. That is the kind of firepower that wins championships. And this is exactly why the Keon Coleman trade makes so much sense. We are clearing out the unproven youth to make room for certified, elite playmakers. We might have the ultimate offense taking shape, but our season could turn into an instant disaster based on one glaring mistake the front office just made. Every single championship team needs an insurance policy at the quarterback position. We just watched Mitch Trubisky pack his bags and leave for the Tennessee Titans. That created a massive hole on our depth chart. So, what did the front office do? They brought back Kyle Allen. Look, no disrespect to Kyle Allen, but this is a terrifying gamble. The drop-off in talent and experience between Josh Allen and Kyle Allen is the size of the Grand Canyon. Josh plays a highly physical style of football. He takes hits. He runs the ball. If our franchise quarterback goes down with an injury and misses 3 or 4 games, we are putting our entire season in the hands of Kyle Allen. In a loaded AFC, that is a risk that could completely derail a Super Bowl run. But that is not the only risky change happening. Wait until you hear about the absolute chaos coming to our special teams. There is a massive philosophy shift happening in the coaching staff right now. For years, we operated under Sean McDermott's very safe, very conservative approach to special teams. Do not make a mistake, secure the ball, play the field position game. Those days are completely dead. With Joe Brady gaining more influence, the team wants to play fast, loud, and incredibly aggressive in every single phase of the game. They are tired of playing it safe. They want home runs. That is why you are seeing a total shakeup at the punt returner position. The Bills are bringing in absolute speed demons like Mecole Hardman and D. Alford. These guys are dynamic, home run hitters. Yes, they might make a mistake and fumble a punt, but they also have the speed to take it 90 yards to the house at any given moment. Management is actively choosing to embrace chaos and risk in exchange for explosive, game-changing plays. When you zoom out and look at all of these moves together, the picture becomes crystal clear. The Buffalo Bills are entirely sick of just being a good, competitive team that loses in the playoffs. They are transforming into a highly unpredictable, aggressive, fast-paced monster of a football team. So here is the ultimate question for Bills Mafia. Do you really believe that gambling on a 37-year-old Von Miller, trading away a young draft pick like Keon Coleman, benching veteran leaders like Matt Milano for improving kids, and risking the entire season on a shaky backup quarterback is the masterclass blueprint we need to finally win a Super Bowl? Or is this front office completely overthinking it? Are they making too many drastic changes, ruining our team chemistry, and throwing away the best competitive window this franchise has seen in 30 years? I need to know exactly how you feel about this. Drop your hottest takes in the comments section right now. Are we heading for a Super Bowl parade or an absolute disaster of a season? Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. I will be back soon with more breaking news on everything happening with our Buffalo Bills.